In the name of the God whose mercy is profound, whose kindness is forever. Indeed, it is extremely important for an individual to claim that he believes in a certain person to be the messenger of God, because if he has been sent by God, then he must bear with him, bring along with him clear evidences of that claim, or else his claim is going to be rejected. The Ahmadies claim that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad from Qadian was also a messenger of God. One of the arguments that they present from the Quran to prove their point is what is mentioned in Surah Al-Haqqah, which is the 69th Surah of the Quran, wherein they claim that the Almighty says that if somebody would make a false claim of being a messenger, God Almighty is going to kill him immediately. Since Mirza Ghulam Ahmad made a claim that he was a messenger and he was not killed, therefore he should be acknowledged and accepted as the messenger of God. Quite apart from the fact that there have been many other people who have made the claim that they were prophets, and not all of them got killed, and yet even the Ahmadis don't believe in them. It really proves the fact that this point is a very weak argument. Let us have a look at the relevant verses of the Quran. The Surah Al-Haqqah is the 69th Surah, and we are talking about the verses from 44 to 47. The verses say, وَلَوْ تَقَبَّلَ عَلَيْنَا بَعْضَ الْأَقَاوِيلِ. And if he, there are two possibilities, but one of the possibilities is that the pronoun he is referring to Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's mercy be on him. If he makes a claim about us which is false, لَأَخَذْنَا مِنْهُ بِالْيَمِينِ, we will get hold of him with a strong hand. ثُمَّ لَقَطَعْنَا مِنْهُ الْوَتِينَ, and we will cut off his jugular vein. فَمَا مِنْكُمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ عَنْهُ حَاجِزِينَ, and then nobody is going to stop us from destroying him and annihilating him. They say that if likewise somebody else would make a similar claim, he is going to be annihilated and killed likewise, as has been mentioned in the Quran. The fact of the matter is that for one thing, this particular passage is talking about Archangel Jibreel alayhi salam, and not the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's mercy be on him, if we look at the context of the surah. And even if it was referring to the Prophet, it was actually mentioning about the fact that if there is a true prophet of God, if he, God forbid, makes a false claim about God, it is he who is going to be punished, not a person who is a false prophet who makes a false claim. After all, there have been so many other people who have made similar claims, and none of them was killed immediately for having made that claim. We know, for example, that the Mormons make a claim that Joseph Smith lived for a considerable period of time after he made that claim, and nothing happened to him. Likewise, there have been many other people who have claimed that they were prophets. Whether they were mentally stable or not is another question, and yet none of them, or many of them, survived and died natural deaths. The fact of the matter is that there are no mentions in the Quran whatsoever to substantiate and support the claim that there is any other prophet who is going to come after Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's mercy be on him. And whatever indirect evidences the Ahmadis produce to convince their followers are empty evidences which do not make any real presentation, strong presentation of their case. this particular section of the Quran is actually clarifying a point which is only relevant to the claim of the Quran that it was from God, and the disbelievers are being informed that if there would have been any possibility of the Archangel Jibreel alayhi salam of bringing a false piece of information deliberately, he would have been dealt with in a very firm manner by the Almighty. Those who are actually guiding people from God are the ones who shoulder the responsibility of delivering exactly what they have been asked to deliver. If they say anything, if they inform people about something which is other than what the truth from God is, they are going to be punished, not the ones who are going to make a completely false claim of the fact that they are from God, because they are the people who, of course, in accordance with God's law, are given the freedom to say and speak whatever they want to. I mean, there have been people in this world who have been denying the existence of God, and they were not necessarily punished. There have been people who have been rejecting the messengers, and many of them have survived. And there are people who have been claiming that they are prophets, even though they were not prophets, and yet no immediate calamity destroyed them. That is the purpose of this life. It's a trial, and people are free to operate in whatever manner they choose to, and it is ultimately on the Day of Judgment that it is going to be decided on the basis of arguments and evidences as to whether a certain claim was right or wrong. May God Almighty enable us to understand the true message of the Quran properly, and may He enable us to follow it and to let others know about it as best as we can.